Your favorite moment?
We're not doing anything interesting.
Steve, it's all interesting.
What's happening today?
Just some low voltage wiring verification.
Have we solved our wiring challenges?
I guess we'll find out.
Have we found some things that it could have been?
We found some wire breaks that have been addressed. Hopefully that's better now.
Hey, how's it going, guys? So we're doing some more testing today, and I made quite a few mistakes on my end in terms of making a lot of butt connections on the wires. We took yesterday to fix all those problems, and I'm really looking forward to today. Hopefully we get a good test.
So is the objective here to just get the computer communicating with the sensor then?
It's to validate wiring harnessing that we found some issues with. We got to check communication, we got to check we're getting temperatures, we got to check we're still getting our road speed, all that good stuff.
So we made a tool for doing the looming. So you stick it in the big loom, and you pull it and feed the wire through here, nice and easy. Now, I made this tool, but we're going to give it to Nigel because it's his favorite job is to run wire in the looming.
And what's it say here? It says Nigel's tool for his favorite job.
Yeah, he loves looming just as much as he loves having a hole in the head.
I see you may have given it to Nigel already. What did you made an adjustment to that tool, Nigel?
I did.
Yeah. Is it YouTube appropriate? Probably not.
So.
There's some things on the inside now. Art. But it expresses his feelings about that. Hey, Dan.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. I'm Dan the mechanic. And I've been told to give my toolbox a tour and some of the custom tools I've had to make for the Edison Truck. This is my sledgehammer. This is my toolbox. This is a loom cutter. This is the one I just recently made. You see that hole in there? This is where you put a little razor blade, take your plastic loom, and run it through, and you have a single sliced open hole in your loom. A magnet on a stick, flathead screwdriver, so I can go find tools, because my back is bad and I don't like bending over. This is I believe it's a 3/4 socket. I cut it in half, up here and here, and added a piece of, I think it's a jack pipe. The radiator bolts on this W9 are meant to hold a couple more plates of metal in between them and where the nut would go. Ours is simple, it's a single cross member, so I had to make this so the extra length of the bolts would fit through. We can't replace the bolts to make them shorter, they were welded and put into the radiator. This came in very handy. I have a center punch welded to a pair of pliers. This was for drilling out, tapping out some of the bearings in the suspension. No one was trusted enough to hold it while someone held a hammer, so I made this. Bang, 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 there you go. This was for the airline fittings, the brass fittings we have, the 90s. They're a little bit shallow, so you can't get a wrench on both sides to turn it full, in case you gotta get it that little more. So I took a 15mm socket, and I made it fittable to a 90-degree bevel. This is what we call the crab hand. It's got a sister. So this is your normal heavy-duty, medium-sized crescent wrench. This is mine. She's got a little one on there, so when you have a really, really tight 7/16 head 1/4-inch bolt, you just really need that leverage to go righty-tighty, or most of the time righty-loosey with this thing. My forklift certificate, and yeah.
Forklift certified?
Ives forklift certified. Hashtag thuggin'.
Easy, ladies.
Easy.
He's got
now.
a girlfriend.
The old lady won't like me telling that one.
So Dean's been working away all day here.
Yeah.
Grinding away on the fenders, this is?
Things of beauty.
It is.
It's good work for a janitor.
We will not have a do not step sign on this fender.
I'm going to say that is the toughest truck fender on the market. This truck may be overbuilt. We may have made everything slightly too strong on this. Like, there's probably a way of being like too strong. Like, yeah, you can just sand on the hood, no problem. You want, you can sand on the roof, no problem.
Drew is underneath you. Just
sorry, Drew. It's probably super loud. Like, the view from up here is actually impressive. Let me see that camera. I'll give you the above view.
Yeah, it only takes 3 people to pass a camera up.
Honestly, I really love the looks of this truck. This thing is overbuilt. She's probably a little heavier than she needs to be, but man, is this thing skookum. You can literally jump on the hood. Like, you can full on jump on their hood. That's probably thicker than a hood needs to be. But you could drop a log on it, you could miss with your wrappers.
Everything's rollover protection.
Everything on this truck is ROPS.
Yep.
When your hood is structural.
Great news. The power steering pump works. The air compressor works. It's a good day. That's a solid win.
Oh, Dan. You naughty.
Okay, we got a bunch of interior lights, light towers brought into the shop. We're working on a few things. One of the pins was wrong on the harness, so we switched that pin, and now we have temperature sensors, and we didn't have that before, so that's progress in the right direction so far.
Couldn't you just speed test to CAN 5?
What does that say?
0.0. Okay, that's good.
Can you please move to the next pin mark?
25?
20.
What are you guys doing right now? Just setting limit parameters?
We're preparing to set the various things we need to set the parameters on the axle.
Are you feeling confident?
I'm optimistic. Let's hope, but if it doesn't work, I'm not going to be too heartbroken. But if it works, I'm going to be overjoyed.
Once we have this sort of going, we have to set about 15 parameters, so please no one bother us during that.
How long are you going for?
Contain your excitement.
And questions.
I'm going to yell all out all my instructions as I do. The point is, when we're doing this, there's a sequence we're doing it in, so I want to pay attention to that.
In other
Does
words,
everyone understand?
in other words, Steve is the boss. Nobody do anything unless Steve tells you to do the thing.
And y'all don't distract me too much.
And nobody talk to Steve.
And if anybody sees anything wrong, say something.
Okay, low voltage power going on.
Okay.
Okay, battery going on. Drew should have nothing.
Still 0.
Pre-charge about to start.
IPU voltage.
Drew.
Jumping to 540.
IPU 540.
540. What's the? Do we have any errors?
No, nothing at all.
Anything interesting? What's your voltage, Drew?
560.
You're
Same
560.
here.
Okay, now you're gonna do your next step. You're ready on the kill switch.
Yep.
Who's ready on the fire extinguisher?
Here.
This is the moment. Send.
It's trying.
I hear it.
It's trying hard. I can hear it.
Up the speed to 10.
Speed or the torque limit?
Does it give you anything?
I'm getting responses from the motor torque and motor speed. I can keep pushing the speed.
Go the speed slightly higher.
Yeah, I can hear it trying. I can go more. Yep. 20?
The reason it's not turning is because I'm guessing the motor's turning and we don't have the gear engaged.
Oh yeah, it's neutral.
Yeah, no, this is by design.
Okay,
This is by design.
perfect.
So,
This is very, very good news so far.
so go back.
Okay, do start request and gear request to 1, and let's see if this goes as how we all dream.
Okay.
the tires.
Ready?
Do you have to set the speed to 0 and then up it?
I don't know.
I'm still in neutral.
You're still in neutral.
Set the speed request to 0?
Let me try setting speed.
Yeah,
to
speed
0.
down to 0. I'm not hearing the shifter. I think we have shifting issues.
What gear does it say it's in?
It's also 0. This is
Okay, I agree. It is in 0. I think there might be a wiring error on the shift motor. That is the thing they had you messing with.
Yep.
So I think that's a likely.
Okay, so we're getting closer here. Instead of having no communication to the axle, we can hear the motor engaging. It's spinning in neutral. We just got to get that. It's got a neutral mode for towing or whatever. We just got to get that neutral mode to engage gear. But we're moving a step ahead a little bit day by day. Okay, little update here. We did get some good news. We have the air compressor going. We have the power steering pump working. And honestly, that air compressor is the most impressive air compressor I've ever seen. But I'll be honest with you guys. We've hired the low bed now to bring us to the show. But I don't know if this truck is going to run. They've been working on it for 3 days now for these axles. And it feels like we haven't figured out what the problem is. There's some kind of computer problem where we have power from the batteries to the battery management system. Then we have power from the battery management system to the headache rack. From the headache rack we have power to the motor controllers, to the motors. But we can't get the axles to spin. For whatever reason, we have fault codes. It's saying 0 temperature, which isn't accurate because it's not 0 degrees on the motors. Missing control, there's there's a few errors on there and they don't know why they're getting these errors and they don't make sense. It's scary for me. This is the part that I don't know enough about to tell you. I'm not a computer guy. I'm not even qualified to know what they're talking about when they're talking about some of these things. And for me personally, that's truly terrifying with the 1 week we have left, 7 days to get this fixed. Everything else on the truck works. Air brakes work, steering, cab is going to be ready in time. But man, we gotta hope that we get this fixed. I'm not sure.